We are in LA for yet another episode of ACC on Tour. We're going to show you what LA car scene is all about, and on top of that, we're going to go to SEMA. Come with us, guys.
Three legends, Matt the videographer, Adam our operations manager, and myself took on this action-packed journey to show you exactly what happens in the two cities with the most vibrant car culture. But we took the wrong bus and needed to get an Uber to find our rental car. Yep, great start.
We're going to show you what LA car scene is all about, and we're going to take some ideas from here and take it back to Perth, all right?
In LA, we stayed at the Venice Beach, and honestly, it's exactly the same as playing GTA 5. We felt like we were actually playing the game. Self-driving cars, supercars, ghetto, epic sunsets, beach vibes, and my favorite, since I'm Bosnian background, Bosnian food.
I think we are where we're meant to be. Currently trying to find parking to leave the car overnight. First day in LA has been a great success. See you guys tomorrow.
Good thing the car didn't get stolen. I mean, GTA vibes, right? First stop, the best movie ever.
This here is the Fast and the Furious house. Obviously, the amount of times that this house has been visited, they have put up this fence here, and there's no shed out the back. There's another house built out there, so yeah, this is crazy. And down here, we're heading towards Bob's Market, which was Toretto's tune shop. That's it right there. That's crazy, man.
Really no tuner shop. Bob's Market is called Toretto's in the movie, and in real life, it's a convenience store that sells everything fast and furious, and by the looks of it, the people serving us are very excited to be welcoming more tourists like us.
All right, so we've just finished the tour of the Fast and the Furious iconic landmarks from the first movie. So Toretto's shop, the house, and I must admit, it is definitely a bucket list item that if you're a fan of the movie, you gotta go and do. Now we're off to Rodeo Drive.
If you have seen any Hollywood movie ever, you would have heard of Rodeo Drive. This is the spot for high-end shopping, celebrities, and supercars. Something that I did not expect was to meet a bunch of legends that rocked up in an Aventador. And for this to happen, wait for it.
So we've just met an awesome guy who's just let us drive his Aventador. Literally just handed the keys over. The thing is, I don't even know how to get back. So let's go have some fun, eh? To be quite honest with you guys, I don't even know this guy's name, but we just had a little chat about his car, and he's just like, here you go, have some fun, take it for a spin. Then this is fucking sick. So this is our second day in LA, and I already managed to get my hands on a fucking Aventador. This is insane. As I mentioned earlier, I've only just met this guy. We had a brief chat about what he does. He rents cars out. Can't believe it. I mean, people here are very different.
Man, what an experience. Driving a Lamborghini down Rodeo Drive. It just shows the power of networking and confidence, I guess.
We're at the Peterson Motor Museum in LA. I have only heard about this place a day ago, but I'm excited to check it out. Let's go.
Anything you can think of. I have seen two of my favorite all-time cars that I have never seen before. They have everything from movie cars, motorsport icons, and the craziest hypercars. I can't believe I have never heard of this place, and I'm glad we can show you. Fun fact, Peterson Museum is located on the same corner where Biggie Smalls was shot. Day 3, we needed a coffee place and we found Motoring Coffee, a place where we could start the day and also steal some ideas from.
Another day in LA, and currently we are in Orange County, and behind me are the supercar dealerships of this state, and they have some of the most rarest cars in there that I personally haven't seen before. Also, my experience so far in LA has been phenomenal. It is like the movies. Obviously you do have the good parts and the bad parts, but as you've seen, we've visited some of the most iconic locations here, and you know what, this is going to be another one of them. Come with me so you can take a look at cars that I haven't seen before in my life. Let's go.
If you know cars, you know what this is. Pure OMG moment. This is the first time I have ever seen a Bugatti Bolide. This car in particular belongs to Manny Koshpin, a high-end car collector local in Orange County. Bugatti Bolide is 1 in 40 worldwide, and get this, estimated starting price of $7 million Australian. It's 1600 horsepower and goes from 0 to 100 in 2.2 seconds. Wild. Another day, another car adventure. We're heading down to Exotics and Espressos, run by Chris Wheeler, who we've got lined up for an interview. Wait till you see his cars. That there is a movie camera car. Crazy, right?
What's going on, guys? Again, another day in LA. We're in Orange County here for OC Exotics and Espressos, and I've got Cam and Lauren here from Big Time Rides, which is a rental company here in Orange County. Is that correct?
That's right, in Huntington Beach.
You wanna tell us what you guys do and how you do it?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Rent out luxury vehicles here in Orange County. We service people all over from LA, San Diego. We'll even ship cars up, you know, if they're a little bit further and they want transport. But yeah, we have all the car needs covered here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
GT3 RS?
GT3 RS, yep. Just had one last week.
Is it SVJ?
We SV.
SV?
Yeah.
SV. I mean, we're selling the dream. People are using our cars for content, videos, movies, whatever it is, to impress their girlfriend. This is fantasy land, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like I said earlier, you see an 18-year-old kid driving $1 million car.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You know, like we're in fast lane, right? That's a great club.
To get into the club, you have to have an interview.
Yeah.
Multiple
yeah.
interviews.
Yeah.
Really?
So there's a vetting process. I mean, it's a great club, and it's a great club for networking. And there's chapters, you know, all over the country, and now we have chapters in Europe. And you know,
I'd say it's probably one of the most difficult to get into.
Yeah, I mean, it's a club basically. It's just like, you know, like how people join a bike club. Hey, I want to ride bikes with my friends.
Yep.
You know, like-minded people. But then with Fastlane, it's like, hey, I want to drive my supercar with people like us, and they're all, you know, and a lot of business people, and then we do a lot of philanthropic stuff. So you're around people that are you know, on the same frequency as you, and a lot of members in Fastlane, you know, same about my age, business owners, not too many friends, right? You know what I mean? So you try to put yourself around like-minded people. So, and it's a really great club, but it's a different than like something like the people that come here.
Yeah.
Where you have a mix of sport bikes, and then you have BMWs and all these different cars. Like a BMW, you're not getting into Fastlane with.
Yeah.
Right? So.
And this is very welcoming of everyone. Even when we do a collab of a drive with Exotics and Espresso on a Lamborghini drive, we say every car is welcome.
Yeah.
So we'll have all kinds of cars.
Absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
My name's Chris Wheeler. I'm a host here at OC Exotics and Espresso. I feel like I have the most fun in the car industry.
This is insane.
Thanks.
Tell me more about it.
It's a Lamborghini Urus. It's the SE, 800 horsepower, twin turbo with 3 electric engines. So I wanted to do something special for Monterey Car Week.
Yeah.
So we made them all satin gold, satin gold wheels. So it's in the shop, but they both match with the tint. It's been a fun car, and I get pulled over quite a bit. This is very illegal here.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
And what wheels do you have on this car? They look absolutely
so these are MV forged 3-piece wheels.
So what do you do with yourself to be able to afford these sort of cars?
You know, I got into sales. I started selling real estate when I was 22. In South America. That was my introduction to sales, and then
In South America?
in South America and Belize. And it was very interesting. It was high pressure, but I got to see how a business operates. I got to see the CEO work, marketing team, sales team. And I left to start my own business. The first 5 years were fucking rough. And then all of a sudden, everyone the 6th year wants to be my friend. We have a customization shop in Irvine by John Wayne Airport. And then a couple months ago, we started our own PPF company as well. So we saw an opportunity to start our own PPF because we've PPF'd so many cars. And so we got a lot of feedback from installers, from clients. And so,
I mean, what you've done to this car is absolutely amazing. I haven't seen an Urus like this before. Like I've seen a lot of them, but nothing like this. Thank you very much for your time, mate. It's an absolute pleasure.
Appreciate you.
Now, can we have a look at the car?
Yeah, please. It is a train wreck inside because I have a kid, but.
Where you at?
Oh wait, go to the back. Rev it up to like 3,000 and let it, or 2,100, let it drop.
Well, LA has definitely been fun. We're now filling up and getting ready for the next part of this amazing adventure. We're off to SEMA in Vegas. This has been a lifelong dream for me to go to Vegas for SEMA, and we are doing it today. So keep watching because we've got some epic interviews, epic cars, and epic entertainment. And on that note, let's go.
Why they be down the boy? Tell them it's part of the plan. I'm just the underdog feeding them slaps. The games in the palm of my hand.
SEMA, Vegas, baby. Bring it on. 4-hour drive from Los Angeles to Las Vegas was, to say the least, entertaining. New scenery, new roads, and some awesome cars.
This is the super exciting moment. We're entering SEMA. This is like the product showcase before we get into the main part. So this place is absolutely massive. There's so much to see here, and I think it's going to take us 3 days to get around everything. But yeah, this is a childhood dream for me, I have to admit. I've always wanted to come here. And guess what? We're here.
They wanna hold me back, I said they must be joking. Look at me cool and calm collected, yeah, I'm constant. You ain't stop me, yeah, I got some motion.
This here is literally dream car vibes. This is me all day, every day, any day.
I know many of you don't know what this is. Believe it or not, it's a Corvette. Well, it was once upon a time. This car is known as the Velara, a bolt-on kit car. And there is a story behind this car and the designer, well, or should I say builder, who happened to be at SEMA.
I'm a big fan. This is Matt here that's actually built the first Vado. He was the designer for the Vado and the Velara. And now he's built this. Matt, do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, it's a 79 El Camino. It's got Monte Carlo doors, and then I made the front end resemble Monte Carlo, and then I made all the wide bodies, and then it's sitting on a C6 Corvette chassis. So all independent fits all under the bed. You have a stock bed, but you can still like lay on the ground, you know what I mean? So it hides, you don't have the axle poking through the bed and everything. So.
Yeah, it's an amazing build. But let's talk more about the first designs of the Vado. What made you pick the G35?
I had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like I went out and bought one for it.
Yeah.
I had made the Bentley kit car, and then Bentley was suing me. So I locked myself in the garage, and I had a G35, so I just cut it apart. And I was like, well, I can make something on it, you know what I mean? Like I want to make my own design, so I'm not, doing any copyright stuff. So I just started piling crap on top of that chassis. Like I said, I had the car already. So
yeah, nice. Just for the context, me and Matt were emailing, I'd say, 6-8 years ago.
If we were emailing about that car, it's more like 10 years ago.
10 years ago, we were emailing about that car. I wanted to build the first one in Australia. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. It's built on a G35 body, I mean, the most amazing thing is to make the lights look like a supercar lights. You literally just
Yeah, I just turned them upside down, man.
Yeah, that's it. So you sold that company now?
I did, yeah, in 18.
In 2018?
Yeah.
Great. So do you still see many of the Vadors going around?
There was never many local to me anyway.
Yeah.
So I see them online. You know, I'm still on the Facebook thing, and people are still building them. They still have a good following, you know, being that the people that bought them in the movie and all that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I still see them, and people still ask me questions.
Yeah, that's right, because it was the Joker car.
Yeah, Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, that's right. So one thing that I didn't like about that car is that the engine didn't match the looks.
No.
But now I do see there are V8s going around in those cars.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with the second car is that with the G-based kit, everybody wanted to put an LS in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I did the next one, I was like, I'm just going to start with a Vet. I'm going to start with an LS-based car already. You know what I mean? And I really like that chassis, and that platform gives you all of that high performance without having to go buy it all.
Yeah.
Anyway, they were just trying to pile on more performance into like a regular car.
Yeah, of course. I've seen one inside now, so there is one inside. There is a Velara here.
Oh yeah.
Yep, just inside, as soon as you walk into your right-hand side.
Okay.
It looks absolutely amazing. Are you still involved with that company?
Yeah, I still produce those, yeah.
Look, if there is an opportunity in the future, we'd love to have one in Australia. So it is a C6 body.
C6 Corvette.
Yep.
And then it's a very easy installation. You know,
Very easy. It doesn't look like very easy.
I'm telling you, I built it to be easy.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, because the Vader was harder to build. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I was
yeah.
like, well, this one needs to be almost a bolt-on. It's almost a bolt-on.
I mean, how does someone go around building cars and designing cars? Like, how did you get into it? How did you start it? How did you it's not very often that you see, so you find someone that's built their own car.
Yeah, I always built, so I did upholstery my whole life.
Yep.
So I was good at making shapes.
Yep.
And then I built little ground effects for my cars and all that. And then when I was working at a boat shop, I bought the Bentley kit car kit, and it was bad, and I ended up remaking it and remaking all the molds.
Yep.
And then I'm like, there's so much interest in this. You know what I mean? Like, otherwise, if I hadn't have done that, I'd still be doing upholstery. There was so much nationwide interest for crazy custom stuff. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna stay with that. And I really like doing. Like, I like to create something or make something look different. You know what I mean?
A lot of people would love to have their own car. How would you sort of, you designed both of the cars. Like, it was your own design.
Yeah.
Like, how do you even go about that? Like, did you do any study prior to that?
Unfortunately, I can't draw. So I have to shape it to see it. You know what I mean? Like, it takes me a longer, like, I couldn't go and just do it on computer. I couldn't even do it on a sketch pad because I can't draw. So I shape everything out of foam, and I stand back until I like it, and then I take a mold of it.
That's amazing.
Like, it's a long process. It takes me probably a year or two for each car.
Yeah.
But that's the only way I can do it. So.
No, awesome, mate. You know what? Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan, and thank you for producing these amazing cars.
Yeah, man.
Especially this here. Like, I haven't seen anything like it previously.
You see a lot of these cars on social media, but one of them stood out to me the most is the QX80 GTR edition. I guess I just like big, fast, custom stuff.
All right, guys, we're here with Mark, who is responsible for this thing behind us. Tell us more about it, Mark.
So Infiniti QX80
Yes.
comes from the factory with a VR35 phenomenal motor. But for SEMA, we had to step that up. So we took a motor out of a GTR Nismo, casually, and then turned the dial up a little bit on that, made 1,000 horsepower. So put
1,000 horsepower.
1,000 horsepower. So had to harden the internals, camshafts, the aftermarket turbos, fuel system go along, the whole works. So that's the highlight, right? The heart of this beast. 1,000 horsepower GTR motor.
I'm a big fan. I was a big fan before we even came out here, so I'm actually absolutely amazed to see it here. And I'll be looking forward to seeing this car here. And it looks better in real life.
It really does.
And it looks bigger.
Yeah, I mean it's a 6,500 pound car wrapped midnight purple. So that could have turned out very poorly. But the way that its presence is spot on. Awesome. So we started this process in January of last year, and it's evolved through the cycle. So QX80 is our flagship for Infiniti. You could argue Nissan as well.
Yep.
And so we made a track spec version of QX80 for Monterey Car Week. That was like 650 horsepower, 750 foot-pound torque. And so we couldn't do that again for SEMA.
No.
And so as we're going through that planning process, we're like, all right, how do we take this next level? We had help from our motorsports team.
Yep.
So they're the ones that put on SEMA. So motorsports, we had help from our engineers.
Yep.
And our designers in San Diego.
Of course, engineers.
So yeah. And then of course we had a build partner too, Moto IQ out of California.
Yeah. Nice.
Actually had to put all the bits together.
Yeah. Let's walk around the car. Let's go have a look at it.
Check it out.
So the wheels are custom made.
That's right. Yep.
So are they by Infinity?
They, so our motorsports team, so
great.
The whole thing is GTR Takumi Edition.
Okay.
Inspired. And what that means is the midnight purple wrap, the bronze wheels, yellow calipers, and some of the badging. So that was really inspiration. So we took the GTR Takumi wheel and blew it up 24 inches, custom cut out of a solid piece of billet.
Yeah, wow.
Yes, so 315 spec tires on this. So got to put all that down. The carbon ceramic brakes.
Yep.
Right?
Look at the size of those things.
Yeah, massive. Yeah, and actually some really cool little bits here. So this is a factory aero from QX80.
Okay.
So we hooked up real brake ducting, mounted it back to pull them off from the back side, both the front and the rear. So that rear side skirt, same deal. It's actually
functional. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
And you said the fog lights are from a GTR as well.
Yeah, that's right. So any kind of bit for a GTR that made sense, we wanted to utilize. The fog lights are a big one. Really cool things, the hood skids.
Yes.
So same hood skid as GTR, and they're actually functional. They come down, and where those land are right on top of those turbos to cool those things down.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Now tell me more about the body kit. Like this is a custom body kit for this car?
Custom made body kit. So everything had to be 3D printed made. We started with the grill here. So we actually put out a sport version of QX80 for 26 that was brand new. Took this out of pre-production. And that's a sport grill on this build. So that started the design element. And then Moto IQ worked with our design center in San Diego on how to put everything together and had a custom 3D print all these body pieces and put.
You know what else I noticed at the back there was the exhaust tips are literally from the GTR.
That's right. So GTR inspired exhaust as well. And even not only the tips, but kind of how they're boxed in there for GTR, and then the not so subtle badging. Obviously, that's a GTR R, right? That's not so subtle. So true dual exhaust all around both sides. Those quad 5-inch tailpipes.
Is it loud?
It's loud.
It's loud.
Well, it's all right. So not like crazy loud. It's
well, I wish
OEM plus, but it sounds great. It sounds great.
I wish we could start it up so we can actually hear it.
We're gonna follow on with that. So we're after SEMA, we're gonna take it back, dyno tune it, get it out there, put it on a track, and show.
So you're saying this is all
functional aero. Yeah. So this whole thing was custom made.
Yep.
But also
and it's
made
functional
for
aero.
Functional aero. Yeah, that's right. Just to make it work, right? So it had to look great and then also function.
Midnight purple with
Midnight purple.
Chameleon feel, look, custom wheels, everything. And I love how you just kept everything luxury inside.
Yeah, that's right. So this is the way the QX80 comes out of the box.
Yeah.
So absolutely beautiful. You got that burgundy leather, you got massaging seats in the front, massaging seats in the back. Everything works. Everything works. So it's not only can be, this car can be driven.
Yeah.
But
you can get your family around really fast.
Right. Turn on the AC, put massaging on for the second row, and then go let it rip.
Yeah, that's it. I'm a big fan. I have to admit, I was a big fan prior to coming out here. I'm a big fan now. And after meeting you, I'm an even bigger fan. So thank you very much, mate.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
cheers.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Whatever you're into, you'll find it here at SEMA. Seriously, anything you can imagine, you can find it here. Or anyone. I mentioned how much I love the Fast and the Furious. Well, don't let that distract you from the fact that this next guy was running 3 Honda Civics with spoon engines, and on top of that, he just went into Harry's and bought 3 T66 turbos with NAS.
Man, look at that.
Yes, the Fast and the Furious reference deserves this feature. And yes, that's Jesse. He got old. Okay, fair enough. Let's get back to business.
You guys have obviously heard of the name Innosatech. You have seen our khaki green that we have on all of our cars. Well, this is Greg, the gentleman behind Innosatech, and we're going to talk a little bit more about what they do and how they do it and why we keep using their color. So Greg, tell us a bit about Innositech, about yourself, when you started.
So I will correct one thing. So Innositech, it's a partnership.
Yep.
So my colleague Michael was the one who originally started, but I came in like right after the start to help kind of grow the business, and just fell into it. I'm embedded, and then we've gone on to start another brand, Miliatone, which I am actually I own a bigger chunk of. But this company, Michael and I both, first and foremost, we're creative people and we're car people, and I think we, first of all, we wanted wraps that didn't look like wraps. We started off with just trying to get the glossiest, most paint-like finishes and the best color selection. We like a lot of OEM PTS colors, and after we got through let's say the first couple years, then it's like, okay, we got to start pushing the envelope, trying to think of some things a little outside the box. We brought back the chameleon trend, I guess, with the Celestial Unicorn.
Yes.
With Alex Choi.
Yep.
That went viral. Most recently, it's the black to white color shift, the Eclipse. That's like a world's first. Now this. So this stainless, this is also not really been done. So we're trying to think outside the box, inject excitement in the industry.
So what you're trying to say is the khaki green, we're way behind.
No, khaki green, look, is a launch color. So yes, it's an older color, but it's still one of the best sellers. It's a tier 1 seller for a reason.
Yeah.
It's it's for the same type of person who likes Nardo Gray. Khaki green's in that same pocket.
Well, since the first car, which was an 800 and something horsepower C63, that was the first car that we have given away. So one of our attendees of one of our events. So
that's cool.
And since then, we had a C8, we had a Ford Ranger Raptor, we've had a BMW X7, we've got the AMG GTS, and now the Audi R8 as well. So there's going to be a lot of cars that have been wrapped in that color, obviously with Innositech. Let's talk about the new colors.
So this is our blue steel.
Yep.
And this is our cyber steel. I would be lying if I said I wasn't inspired by cyber trucks and things like that. You start seeing a vehicle driving around that's metal, exposed metal. It got the wheelhouse moving up here. Yeah, we just wanted to do something cool. Of course, it had to be PPF because that's the trend, dry application PPF. So basically, this is Alex Choi's P1. And we just had a crazy idea. So there was an image that circulated around the internet about a month or two ago of a Senna GTR that was hoisted into somebody's apartment and presented as an art piece.
Yes.
And the whole thing was this matte bronze.
So that is Adrian Portelli.
Okay.
He is someone that has started the whole giveaway aspect of cars in Australia.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So that was the inspiration, that image. And he tasked us with a really challenging project, not only because the car was already PPF'd, but then we had to lay down super gloss metallic silver.
Yep.
And then we had to top it off with stealth, our Inno Matte PPF. So think, there's 3 layers of film on this car. The end result is stunning. It is silver, front to back, every trim piece for the most part, headlights, taillights. I think the look is pretty unique. I kind of want to start seeing more of these hypercars and supercars with some of the carbon pieces wrapped and trim pieces, because it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, the one whole color, just as a showpiece, as an art piece, it looks amazing, I have to admit. So what does Alex Choi think of it?
I think he likes it.
You asked him?
No, I have not spoken to him since we've been up here, but I think he likes it because look, it gets a lot of attention. It got people talking.
Yes, of course.
It might divide some people, and it really goes to show the possibilities. If you apply our matte PPF on top of the variety of colors, you can come up with some pretty unique results.
You've obviously worked with some of these big names previously, and even like Alex Choi. Tell us, who else have you worked with that's sort of using Innositech at the moment?
When you choose Innositech, you're also choosing a brand that is partnered with the likes of Daily Driven Exotics.
Yes.
We have collab colors with them. Alex Choi. We also transcend the auto, and also Adam LZ, most recently with our Java Green collab. But then it goes beyond that. We also transcend into the lifestyle side of things, the fashion industry, with collaborations with Antisocial Social Club, Jeff Staple from Brooklyn. So we're always trying to think outside the box and do cool things with cool people and branch even outside of just the car industry in itself. The reason you would choose Innositech is first and foremost for our color selection. We are, look, without any ego, I really do pride ourselves in being the leaders in terms of color selection. We are car enthusiasts through and through, and we hope that other car enthusiasts out there feel our love and passion through the products that we bring to market. You know, just whether it was the Millennium Jade, that was, you know, one of the fan favorites off of the R34 GTR, paint to sample, like the most direct match on the market, our Ruby Star. You know, people were color matching PTS painted Ruby Star. Like somebody got a GT4 RS in Ruby Star, the hood is carbon, they used our vinyl to wrap the hood, and it was a direct match to the paint.
That's amazing.
And that's amazing. So yeah, when you choose Inos Tech, you're really choosing that. You're choosing to align yourself with that kind of lifestyle.
When it comes to Australia, what do you have planned with Inos Tech for the Australian market?
For the Australian market specifically, right now, improve the quality of service that we as Inos Tech HQ offer to our Australian clients. You know, we work very closely with our team out there. You know, Yao, Oliver, and Alpha, and the whole team. You know, we just want to make sure that the products get into the hands of the dealers within a reasonable amount of time for a reasonable cost. We want you guys to have all of the same, you know, just the excitement, the color selection, all the cool things that we do here. We don't want it to feel like it's just we're gatekeeping it here. But beyond that, we may see Australia-specific custom color at some point that can only be had in Australia.
That's amazing.
Which would be very cool. From our side, we have a lot of new colors coming for 26, a whole new series of products, but it's all PPF. I think at this point, for any of you clients out in Australia, don't expect to see too many more vinyl editions coming to the lineup, you know, especially as products, the PPF products are coming down in cost. That gap between vinyl and PPF is closing in. It's becoming more of a no-brainer. So we want Australia market to really take full advantage of all of our PPF, including our clear. We stand behind our PPF products for 10 years.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's actually a really long time. Is there anything else you want to mention to our audience?
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to tell all of you guys out there in the Australian market that we really appreciate the love and the support that you show us as a company. We have noticed, like in the past year, the numbers have been going up. The amount of rolls I'm shipping into the region are honestly like doubling and tripling. So we know that there are more cars out there that are just getting wrapped day by day in our film in the region. And we just can't thank you guys enough. We hope you are just as excited as we are about what, you know, the future holds. And we just also appreciate support from you. And
no worries.
You know, it's fun stuff.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my God. You guys have seen my 280 SE and you know how much I love it. It doesn't look like this. I'm here with Alan, who's built this beast, and he's gonna tell us all about it.
Yes, sir. This is a 71 300 SEL. Started as just pretty much a rust bucket, as you know. They're old. Just from there, I went kind of crazy. My inspiration is behind it. I don't know if you know, is that Red Pig that Mercedes used to race back in the days. So that was, I always loved that car. And these body styles, the 280s and 300s. So that gave me the inspiration to redesign it and create a cleaner version of that, which I call this one the Blue Bore.
You said you've done the whole body, you've done everything by hand yourself, designed, molded, everything, right?
Correct. Everything is hand built, nothing 3D printed, CNC machine. This is all built old school fashion with your hands.
Wow. I mean, I'm amazed because I can't even see anything like this online. I mean, when I saw that you guys were here, I was like, I gotta get down there. With the whole design aspect, did you draw it or did you just mold it until it became perfect? Or
it more started as me and my buddy John Cyball. He's a renderer, so I just kind of give him my crazy ideas in the styles I like, which was DTM. So I was like showing them DTM wide body kits, showing them like the hourglass shaped wide body kits, you know, and we just kept going back and forth until that one rendering and vision that I had in my head came to life on picture. And I was like, that's it. Going for it. That's what we're building.
How long did it take to get the car to this sort of shape?
This is about 2 years into it. A lot to do to it, but we're getting somewhere.
Are you going to mass produce the body kit?
It's an option, but again, I just built this for myself, not really to sell any of it. It's more just to show what I'm capable of doing, from wide body kits to chopping roofs to full tube chassis to titanium welding to anything and everything on a car. Your wildest dream, I can bring to reality.
Well, I mean, if you do mass produce the kit, I, for one, will be very interested. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. It's,
right on. I appreciate it. It's a lot.
It's
It
wide.
means a lot.
It's wide. I love it. The stance is amazing. I've never seen anyone do anything similar to this car at all. Now, the big question is, how much did you spend on this car to get it to where it is now?
Oh, easy over 100.
Yep.
Yeah.
Including the engine and everything?
Yeah, and that's
interior?
no labor, that's just parts, material.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah. So obviously with the labor on top, it would be probably another 150, 200.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, it's right here, we're looking at a $500,000 car.
Pretty much, when it's said and done, it's gonna be about into that.
One of my favorite features on it is literally the turbos on the front. Do you want to talk us through?
That is, again, my favorite thing, and that was the vocal point of this build, was that, it has 4 headlights, and at the time of thinking of the build, it was like, I wonder if I can fit a turbo in the top headlight, because I don't need 4 headlights.
Yeah.
I just need one.
That's it, that's it.
It literally fit like a glove.
Yeah.
I find the right size. The actual inlet fits in the factory headlight housing. Like,
so this
it just was meant to be.
And it's not cosmetics, it's actual turbo, functioning turbo.
Functional and everything.
Can we see the engine?
Yes, sure. And then, you know how to open it. So again, this full tube chassis is holding C6 subframes.
Yep.
So it has torque tube, transmission, and diff are in the rear. So it's more set up as a 50-50 weight ratio. And as you see, intercooler in the front.
And two
turbos straight to the side, headers running straight to them. They happen to just fit like a glove in here.
And you built this yourself as well?
Correct.
Wow.
Everything
amazing.
is hand built, done by me in my shop.
Amazing.
Cutting the firewall, making the motor fit, subframes fit, wheels and geometry all set.
I love how you've matched the interior color to the engine color.
Yeah, I'm a little OCD on details.
I can tell.
It kind of like gets the best of me when building. It's like I need to stop, but I don't. That's what prolongs my builds, because I'm just trying to perfect it.
Yes,
and be a perfectionist.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, let's have a look at the interior. Everything is custom, what I can see. Did you build this all yourself?
Yes, everything other than pretty much the cluster.
Yes, I can see the frame.
Factory part of it, but everything's redone, reupholstered, and then fully gutted for the full tube chassis.
So you've chopped the roof?
Correct, 3 inches. I chopped it all the way down to the vent window. Didn't want to have to mess with that, so I just stopped right at the vent window.
Yep. How did you, obviously had the glass custom made for it, everything?
It's actually a factory glass, just trimmed down to fit this, and then again, that's 4 windshields to make all the glass. Even the back glass is a front windshield.
Oh, wow, okay.
Because all these glasses come tempered. All the side glass is tempered glass, and you can't cut.
That's right.
So I had to buy all windshields to actually cut them and be able to make them fit and work for this car.
Man, this is beautiful. I have to admit, Alan, you've done an incredible job. Like, the car is absolutely perfect. There's nothing on here that I would change. So
I appreciate it. That means a lot, man.
Yeah, and thank you for bringing it out. Yeah, you too. It's an absolute pleasure.
Simply wow. This is the final boss, a custom-built 1,000 horsepower resto mod created by S Club LA, which grafts the body of a 1971 Mercedes 600 onto the chassis of a 2024 AMG S63. I mean, I can only imagine how much this build cost. Insane. Ken Block is the legend that started Hoonigan. Everybody knows who that is. If you don't, you're about to find out what Hoonigan represents. Whoa, pause it here. Is that a Holden in Vegas? You will now see that one thing Aussies do better than anyone else is this. all the crazy custom work and a VT Commodore does a better burnout. And this right here is just beautiful.
As many of you guys might know, my background is Bosnian, so I was born there. And the most popular car over there is a Golf 2. And as you can see, this one here is a little bit different. You know, back over there, most of the people in Bosnia live in villages, right? And villages are quite small, which means if you have this Golf 2, you can take your entire village around. As you can tell, it's loud. The vibes are epic out here. You've got the Burnout show, the lifted trucks, you've got all the wheel shops around here. And if you look that way, you've got, you know, hundreds of cars still out here. Another race event happening that way with all the drift cars. And you know what? This is what car events should be. Guys, we're here with Lenny from Urban, and he's going to tell you about these amazing cars and customizations.
We're a UK-based company. We've got two very different vehicles here. So the Defender, we build at the moment in the UK 35 to 40 Defenders a month. They're very popular in the UK. This is our wide track build, so it's got the full wide track arches, lower canards, square DRLs. We've got the roof light bar, the spoiler, top side vents, wheels, side steps, and then the rear wheel cover. So it's a fairly basic wide track build.
Wait, hold on, you said basic.
This is a fairly basic build, so you can add more stuff to this. So you can have like carbon bonnets, Recaro seats. This has got an interior trim, but yeah, this is like the kind of entry package level.
So you're doing everything from interior, exterior, wheels as well?
Everything. So this one's a collaboration with Vossen. This is our UBX wheel, staggered offset. They're forged alloy. They look absolutely incredible. I mean, you can go 22, 23 or 24 on the Defender. I don't think the 24 really works because it's more of a rugged vehicle, and you don't really like a low profile tire on this. But yeah, this is a very, very popular vehicle for us, and we're starting to see them in all parts of the world. You just showed me the one that your friends have built in Perth, was it?
Yeah, so, Bad Racing Dynamics.
Yeah,
so shout out to Kate.
Thank you guys, incredible builds. And then we've got the more premium product. This is our Series 2 Rolls-Royce Cullinan kit. So unlike the Defender where we're adding parts to the body, this is full replacement bumpers.
Oh wow.
So from here down, this is a full carbon fiber replacement bumper.
Oh my God.
Carbon arches, carbon side seals, carbon rear bumper, even a carbon replacement bonnet.
Yep.
As you can tell here as well, we've gone for forged carbon, which is quite a nice different look. Obviously that started on the Hurricane Perth Monte. You used to get 2x2 carbon or 4x4, but I think this forged like sort of marble effect carbon looks fantastic, right?
Are you designing the kits?
No, so my role at Urban, so I started at Urban nearly 10 years ago. So the founder, Simon, he's the designer, he's the visionary for Urban. I joined about a year after. So my official role at Urban, along with new vehicle and VIP sales, is brand ambassador for Urban.
Yep.
You know, I love the brand, I treat it like it's my own. But yeah, so we design everything in-house. The carbon fiber is manufactured in-house. We do everything ourselves, and then obviously when we team up with our wheel partners Vossen, you know, it all comes together and it just looks absolutely perfect.
I mean, this car, I've never seen a Cullinan like this before.
It's incredible.
It is incredible. The interior, have you guys done the interior?
No, look, Rolls-Royce know what they're doing with the interior. We didn't need to touch that. So, and the nice thing about Rolls-Royce is that you can spec the interior down to exactly how you want it. So this was built by a company in LA called Platinum Group, who are absolutely incredible. We've been friends with these guys and partnered with these guys for the last sort of 7 or 8 years. They did a car for Kim Kardashian, so she's in one of our Range Rovers. Scott Disick has had a few cars off us as well, so they really fly the flag for us. Defender was built by Galpin Autos, who are based in LA as well. Another fantastic company. They're doing an incredible build for us. But yeah, the nice thing about Platinum, because they've been in the game for over 20 years, they know what they're doing. They were here at SEMA like 17, 18 years ago, and they had 15 cars on their stand. They're like big boys in the game. But the nice thing about Platinum is they take our kit and they do all like these little bits to make it a little bit more special and a little bit more individual. But yeah, this is my baby. I love Cullinan's. Like whenever you drive it and you're looking down the bonnet and you see the Spirit of Ecstasy, this is the pinnacle product. Like I say, the Defenders, we build so many. These
not 35 to 40
a month.
A month. Is that just in the UK or worldwide?
That's just in the UK.
So it could be double that.
Easy. It's such a popular product. It's very rare now in the UK. If you see 10 Defenders on the road, chances are 2 or 3 of them will have an urban product. You know, this is a full wide track, but look, if you just wanted to go for the spoiler or the roof light bar and you just wanted that, and you wanted to go for 20-inch wheels with more rugged tyres, you know, you can style it the way you want, and that's the nice thing about it. You don't have to go for the full package.
Of course, you can just take bits and pieces.
Absolutely, yeah.
So how many cars a month are you, like, how many of these cars a month are you doing?
So not as many. So we, in Urban HQ in the UK, we do a bit of both. So customers can bring their already existing cars to us and they kit them up, and we also sell full packages as well. So we buy vehicles for sale. So I'm based at HQ, about 5 miles down the road. We've got a showroom as well. We've always got about 30 to 40 cars already built, ready to go. So there's a power in that as well. So, but also if someone's already got their car and they want to do it up, we do that as well.
Perfect.
But yeah, we've got an amazing range of vehicles now. As much as we'd love to do every vehicle, obviously R&D cost is quite expensive. But we do the L460 Range Rover, we do the L461, we do the RSQ8, the RS6.
So you do a huge range in between these two cars.
Absolutely, mostly SUV, mostly the SUV range. I mean, we did do the Huracan and the Aventador S as well. But there's something about the UK that we're a little bit more reserved. People don't seem to modify supercars as much. SUVs they do, but yeah, it wasn't as popular on the supercar stuff. It looked incredible, but we only did about 5 or 6 Aventadors, maybe about 10 Huracans. But yeah, it's the SUV stuff which is our bread and butter. That's what we're most.
So this is the most popular car,
by far.
Okay, what's the second most popular?
Probably either the L460 Range Rover or the L461. So heavily Land Rover products.
Okay.
You know, this is a very, very popular car, but there's not many people who have got £500,000 to spend on a vehicle.
And half of them, if they do, they don't want to touch it.
Of course, absolutely, yeah. We have to pick cars that we know fits in with the urban range and looks good as part of our profile.
Of course. What's your favorite urban product? Of course, yeah. I mean,
I love these.
I knew you were going to say that.
But look, ironically, I drive a Defender 110. If I had to choose a car for the rest of my life, I think a Defender 110 V8 like this, because it is genuinely the best of both. You know, you've got the rugged off-road capability, but the V8 just sounds awesome.
I mean, I love the wheels as well. I have is it Vossen?
Yeah, so these were, we collaborated with Vossen on these, so these are our designs and Vossen made them for us.
Amazing, they're looking
and same with the Cullinan as well. They're our UV6 alloys. So we've got about 4 or 5 alloys we've done with Vossen. But yeah, they just finish. Wheels make a car.
Yes.
The first thing I do when I buy any car is always wheels. It has to be done. And then we've done the interior in this one as well. So it's the only thing that we don't do in-house, but we've started now with these interior covers, so we can send those out, and the original seats can be retrimmed. So this is a stage 1, so it is just the seats and the centre console, but we will also do the steering wheel and the top pinnacle and bottom and the door cards as well. So again, it depends how far you want to go and how deep your pockets are.
Yeah, a question for you, my friend.
Yeah.
Are you a car guy, or do you just work for the company?
So look, there's a lot of people in this room and at SEMA that do cars because of business and money, but I live, dream, sleep, eat cars. I'm a car guy, and it's I'm 42 now. I know I don't look it. Thank you very much. I know you just about to say I don't look.
He doesn't.
But yeah, I mean, I've been into cars since I've started driving at 17.
So you sell directly to the public. So if someone from Australia wanted to buy the package, they can just jump on the website, buy it, just ship it out.
Absolutely. Or we find a dealer like close to you who we know is an authorised dealer who will fit the kit properly, and that's the other thing. We want to make sure that the kit is fitted correctly and well, because you're going to end up in a rolling advertisement for us.
Yes.
Someone sees an Urban Defender in the car park, they're like, "Oh, what's that?" And then they check it out, and that's why we like authorised fitters to fit the kit for us as well.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, mate. It's an absolute pleasure to get to know you and get to know more about Urban, and I look forward to seeing you guys in Australia.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Cheers.
Now you might ask yourself, how did I find myself in the Spark pit section and DDE camp, hanging out with all the drivers, influencers, and people you see constantly on your social media? Simply spoke to the right people, had the confidence to say who I was and what I was trying to do, and I got invited.
All right, well, I've got the Valtronic guy here, Austin, from Boston, right?
That's me.
That's it. How are you, my brother?
Very well, very well.
So, you have an amazing company. Like, you produce exhaust systems, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You started your company when you were in college?
Yes.
Why?
I was 18. I had no life. I had no life, no friends. I was in this thing in high school where we would go to like all these parties. I wasn't a big drinker, so I was partied out. I didn't really want to drink, didn't want to join a frat. Wanted to make some money, had a Porsche Carrera GT on my wall, and I'm like, I want that. How do I figure that out? The university wouldn't allow me to have my car on campus, so I had to figure out some creative way to have my car, and it ended up being selling these exhaust systems as a school project. They allowed me to buy a parking pass, and they kept pressuring me. They said, hey, if you don't work on your project, we're gonna take your parking pass. So I was like, all right, so I made some prototypes. Started with the 335s, then I sold some of those, like 50 units. Then I bought an E92 M3, made products for that, and just kind of kept scaling from there, and here we are.
So, I mean, that's an amazing story. What was the first car?
It was a 335. So in high school, I had a Alpine White. The videos are still on YouTube if you want to see them. An Alpine White over red, 6-speed 335, an N55 car, 2011. And I made like basically the 1/2 PE mod. So this muffler was stock, this muffler had a valve, and I put a straight pipe in so I could have that flexibility. Put it out on YouTube, it got a bunch of hits. I had my Instagram linked, and people said, they're like, I want to buy this. And I said, well, in the video, I explained how to do it. But they didn't want to do it themselves, they want to just buy it. So
you started that?
That's how it began.
How old are you now?
26.
Yeah, 26, and you've got this international company. You're a SEMA.
Yes.
Like, are you displaying in there at the moment?
So we have a bigger setup that we're prepping for next year. We wanted to just relax a little bit, like actually experience everything before we have our plans for next year, which is going to be big. I mean, stay tuned.
I think people like you are to blame for this, right? I mean, we can't even have a conversation.
Of course, of course.
You know what? Thank you very much for your time, brother.
Thank you for having me.
It's very much appreciated.
Yes.
And
well,
you know
let's
what?
go make some noise.
That's it. Right now we're in the Spark section here at SEMA, and as you can see behind me, these are some of the most iconic cars in this section. We have the DDE F12, that's twin turbo, the Fast and the Furious cars here as well, and on top of that we've got the Need for Speed most wanted BMW over here. But the standout car is the F12. Come have a look at this thing.
Yeah, that's me, about to get into the DDE F12. These guys are a huge inspiration for ACC. We used their slogan and taken ideas from them, and we made it our own. But we will get into that later.
This man right here does not need an introduction.
I might.
In Australia, you do know. Everybody knows who you are out there, especially in Perth in our car scene. But if you do not know, I've got Damon here from DDE, and this is his V12 twin turbo F12 Ferrari, right?
Correct. You can add a lot of extra things in there. We do it for fun sometimes. It's technically the only F12 race car in the world, because Ferrari never made one.
Yes.
They made a 599 race car, but they never made an F12 race car. So it has the only and first of a few things. It's the only 3-pedal F12 because it's got a sequential gearbox, the only sequential gearbox F12. It's the only top turbo mounted F12. It's the only F12 with 1,300 wheel horsepower, and it's also the only full-blown drift, technically, like race car, full-blown drift F12. So it can be the first of a lot of things.
I've never seen anything like it. Are you afraid Ferrari's going to sue you like they do everyone else?
No, to be honest, we joke about the cease and desist, but we actually know what would warrant getting a cease and desist, and we don't do that. Do you want to know what it is?
Yes, I do, yeah.
Most people think it's all these things. There's a lot of myths. So let's bust some myths. Why would Ferrari send you a cease and desist? They will send it to you if you are, let's say, tarnishing their brand. If you are implying that something is a Ferrari associated brand and it's not, you'll get a cease and desist. For example, if you put over fenders on this fender and took that shield off and put the shield onto the over fender, you might get a cease and desist, because now the Ferrari badge is on a part that's not made by Ferrari. Which is why the over fenders When you see the, you know, the Japanese brand that does the over fenders, a lot of the time the over fender goes around the shield.
I didn't know that, so and I know many people out there didn't know that. But tell us, obviously you've been doing this for like 15 years now?
13
years
going
now.
almost 14, you're close.
So how did you start? Why did you start DDE?
Well, I started because I just love cars, and I always had a dream of owning a supercar. I saw the odd supercar here and there, a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, and to me that was the pinnacle of automotive engineering, performance at an OE level. So it just felt like it was the closest thing you could get to having a race car on the street, right? I mean, F1 paddles and stuff like that came out in supercars way before it came out in anything else. Like proper single clutch gearboxes. So I always wanted to experience that. And so I had to sit around and figure out how to make enough money. And I thought the fastest way, instead of making more money, is to make a business, because then half of it's a write-off and you don't have to pay the tax on the work stuff.
I have to admit, I didn't actually think that I would ever cross paths with this man. Did steal the slogan, "Life's too short to drive boring cars," from you guys.
It's all good.
It's all good, yes?
We all borrow stuff from people. A lot of the stuff on this car wasn't my idea. The top mount twin turbos is inspiration from the Unicorn. You know what I mean? Driving a car in that manner was inspiration from Ken Block, along with, you know, Ryan Turk and other Formula Drift drivers that I looked up to, you know, over a decade ago. And this car is kind of an accumulation of a lot of those different inspirations, just like, you know, taking that slogan. In fact, we met a guy who tattooed that slogan, by the way, on his forearm about an hour ago. He showed us.
I just want to say thank you very much for being an inspiration to us, and you're being an inspiration to a lot of the guys out there. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me on your show, and congrats on your success.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Okay, pause it for a sec. Get rid of the music. Now listen and watch this. The real noise. 40 cars on the burnout pad at once. This is absolutely wild. Okay, Vegas, SEMA, what an experience. We will be back. If you love cars, you will love SEMA. If you love anything wild, you will love Vegas. If you love what we do, subscribe, follow, and support.